Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Destiny video. The topic of today's video is going to be the Rose hand cannon. If you haven't gotten your hands on the Rose hand cannon yet, what are you doing with your life? It is one of the best hand cannons in the game. It comes with some extra grips on it so you can get either extra handling, extra stability, things like that. Amazing, amazing hand cannon. If you've been living under a rock and you're wondering where do I get this hand cannon, all you have to do is play the competitive playlist. I know a lot of people hate it, but you know what? Get in there, grind your butt off. It is worth it, I promise you. Also remember guys, this isn't any normal 140 RPM hand cannon. They kept the lightweight frame on this one, so that means you can move faster with it while it is equipped. I've been grinding comp for the last couple of weeks, trying to get my hands on as many rolls of this Rose hand cannon as I possibly can. Now I know some of you out there are just going in, getting your 3 Rose hand cannons per week, and you're perfectly fine with that. I am not fine with that. I started about halfway into the season grinding for this Rose hand cannon, and I need to get my hands on as many as I possibly can. So what can you do when you're stuck in a situation like that? Just sit down, have a long talk with yourself, and think about which character do I care about the least? Yep, that's a weird question you would want to ask yourself, but that's what you got to do. Think about which character you care about the least, because here's what we got to do. We're going to have to delete one of those characters. Now, before you go deleting, make sure you pull off any weapons that you absolutely need to keep. Make sure you pull off the armor that you need to keep. If you need to pull some regular white weapons or white armor, blue armor from collections, go ahead and put those on your character so you're not deleting the things that you'd like to keep. Make sure you grab the ghost shell that you want. Make sure if there's a sparrow on that character that you want, make sure you're grabbing all those things so you don't lose those. Then once you're satisfied and everything you're trying to keep is safely in your vault, all you have to do now is create a new character and start fresh from the story mode. You don't have to go fully into the story. All you really have to do is get to this point in the story that I'm showing you on the screen right here. Then just queue up, get your 3 comp games done, get your Rose hand cannon, and delete your character and start all over again. For those of you out there that didn't know, anytime you delete a character, you will have to go back in and repurchase your fragments for whatever class it is that you play on, and you will have to go back in and redo the stasis quests if you do like to run stasis on your characters. Alright, now that all that is out of the way, I wanted to talk about rolls on this gun real quick. You can get a ton of different rolls. You can get rapid hit rangefinder, rapid hit explosive payload, slide shot rangefinder, slide shot explosive payload. There is a ton of different combinations. I've actually settled on, at least for right now, an elemental capacitor rangefinder roll. You wouldn't think that that is a roll that would be super desirable, but I'm really fallen in love with elemental capacitor. It makes it absolutely fantastic. I run around with my solar subclass and my reload is off the chart, or if I wanted to go with an arc subclass, I have super fast handling on my weapons, and typically I like to pair it up with a secondary that has elemental capacitor as well, that's either going to bump up my handling, bump up my reload, or bump up my stability. I like to pick one of those things to make my stats just super jacked in one of those categories. So I've heard some rumors that next season we're going to be getting back the Spare Rations hand cannon. If you guys are not familiar with the Spare Rations hand cannon, maybe you're a new player, new light, something like that, Spare Rations ran rampant a few seasons ago. Actually, I would say probably a few years ago now, and it was probably one of the most popular hand cannons in the game. It felt good, had good handling, had pretty decent range, it sounded good, it looked good. You can tell why it would be a desirable hand cannon for somebody to want to have. Now, the one question is that everybody is wondering is it going to come back as a lightweight frame like the Rose? Are we going to get the extra grips on the weapon to improve our handling or stability or things like that? Let me know in the comments section below what you think. So make sure that you subscribe to the channel, make sure you have your post notifications on, and make sure, most importantly, that you like this video. When you like a video on YouTube, it gets pushed out to more people. Make sure you drop at least a like on this video so the algorithm will push it out to more people so they don't forget to get that Rose hand cannon. That's all I got for you today, Guardians. Hope you guys are having a good week so far, and we will see you guys in the next video. Bye!